Have you ever noticed how easily someone can ruin your entire day? A stranger cuts you off in traffic. A coworker dismisses your idea. A loved one doesn't reply to your message. And suddenly, your chest tightens, your jaw clenches, your mind won't stop replaying it. One word, one glance, one silence, and you hand them the keys to your peace of mind. You become their prisoner. But what if you could take those keys back? What if you could reach a point where no insult, no rejection, no cold shoulder could touch the core of who you are? What if you could become untouchable? That's the promise of Stoicism. And today, I'm going to show you how to stop giving people power over you. Because every time you react without control, every time you let another person dictate your emotions, you are surrendering your sovereignty. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This isn't just philosophy, it's survival. It's how you build a life that is not at the mercy of other people's moods, or their approval, or their cruelty. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with practical tools, lessons that can change the way you respond, the way you carry yourself, the way you live. The first lesson is this: people cannot harm you unless you let them. Think about it. Words, opinions, judgments, they only sting if you believe them, if you allow them to pierce you. Epictetus said, "If anyone tells you that such a person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses, but answer. He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned only these." Do you see the power in that? Instead of being wounded by gossip, you reclaim the narrative. You take the venom and laugh at it. This is not arrogance. This is freedom. Because the truth is, you will never control what people say or think, but you can always control how much weight you give their words. The second lesson: rejection is not about you. How many nights have you spent replaying a breakup, a job denial, a cold rejection? You feel like your value has been measured and found lacking. But here's the harsh truth: most rejection says more about the other person than about you. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality. We imagine rejection as proof of our inadequacy. But reality is far simpler. Sometimes people are blind, distracted, selfish, or simply on a different path." Their no does not diminish your worth. The Stoic response is to see rejection not as a personal wound, but as redirection, away from what was not meant for you, toward what still awaits. The third lesson: anger is slavery. You think it makes you strong, that lashing out is a show of force. But the truth is, anger makes you weak, because it hands control of your mind to the very person you despise. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When you scream back at the driver, when you insult the one who insulted you, you are no longer yourself. You have become their mirror. They control you like a puppet. Stoicism teaches us to pause, to breathe, to ask, "Is this worth my peace?" 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. Real strength is not explosive. It's quiet, composed, immovable. The fourth lesson: you must decide what is yours and what is not. Epictetus split the world into 2 categories: the things within your control and the things outside it. Everything people think about you, everything they say, every opinion, every whisper, every rejection, all of it belongs to the outside. None of it is yours. What belongs to you is how you act, what you choose, what you think. Imagine how much lighter your life becomes when you stop carrying what was never yours to bear. Every insult drops to the ground. Every judgment passes through you like wind. You are no longer weighed down by what belongs to others. The fifth lesson: your standards are your fortress. People can only control you when you are desperate for their approval. If you live to please, you'll live on your knees. But if you raise your standards, if you decide that your worth is measured by your integrity, your discipline, your character, then no rejection can touch you. Seneca warned, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Craving approval is the same kind of poverty. The man who builds his worth from within can walk through the world untouched. He does not beg for validation, he radiates it. Now, let's draw the contrast, because philosophy without contrast is just poetry. Imagine two men facing insult. The first takes it personally. His blood boils, his voice rises, his thoughts spiral. He loses sleep, replaying the words. He has handed his enemy complete power. The second man hears the same insult, pauses, and smiles faintly. He understands that the insult reveals more about the speaker than about him. He goes about his day, unshaken. Which man is free? Which man is strong? The answer is obvious. And yet most of us live like the first man, enslaved by the opinions of others. Stoicism asks you, which man do you want to be? For the next 7 days, I challenge you to practice one thing. When someone provokes you, when you feel the rise of anger, the sting of rejection, the pull of gossip, stop, take a single breath, and ask yourself, am I about to give away my power? If the answer is yes, choose differently. Walk away, laugh softly, hold your peace, write it down instead of shouting it out, and notice how much calmer, stronger, freer you feel. In 7 days, you'll begin to taste what true sovereignty feels like. So if you're ready to continue this journey, if you're tired of letting every insult or rejection control you, then stay with me. Subscribe and share your reflections in the comments. Your words may be the reminder someone else needs. This isn't about becoming perfect overnight. It's about small, steady victories, choosing calm instead of anger, walking away instead of being dragged in, remembering your worth without needing permission. Each choice gives you back a piece of your power. And with time, you'll notice what once shook you no longer has the same hold. That is how freedom begins, not loudly, but quietly within you.